Alrighty, so it is Sunday. The Guild Wars season is over. This is officially my second full season of Guild Wars. And if we go to the guild really quickly, I should have rewards and everything. This season was actually a lot of fun, even though there was... we had one guild in the middle. I think it was a Russian guild, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are considered to be a guild boss guild, so I mean they didn't really set up for actual defense or anything. I don't think they attacked at all, so that one was really easy. But it was really cool. Actually, it was a lot of fun. We were in Masters 1 this week, or this past like 2 weeks, I guess. SSQ was the big contender here. It was a really close war. I'll try to leave some background footage and everything of that my attacks and everything. It was really cool. I stayed up till like 1:30 in the morning, like waiting to see kind of how everything was going, talking with the people in the guild chat and everything. I don't know if it'll show. Yeah, I don't think it shows anything at this point, but it was really close. If you don't know how Guild Wars works, let's get our costume really quick. This is my first ever Guild Wars costume, so that's actually cool. The glorious knighthood armor, and now I have the Merlin set. That's like the lowest. Unfortunately, that's the lowest one that you can get. I think if you look here, Masters 1 is the lowest that it goes. And for some reason, they take them away and give you different ones during certain ones. So you lose Merlin and don't get her back until the Champ 2 rank 1, which is kind of funny. But you get Deanne instead if you're rank 4 through 2. In Champ 2, which is kind of odd, but then you get King, and then you don't get Merlin back until 1 again. I don't know. It's really weird how they do that, but either way, the SSQ War was really cool. If you don't know how Guild Wars sort of like scoring works, 9K is the highest that you can get, and that is so whenever you're setting up the war area and everything, each section of the war, there's 5 or 6 different sections. I think it's 6 different sections. Each one has like a different point total. Like if you clear the whole zone, you get like a point bonus, and you can kind of allocate points and stuff like that differently. I don't know too much about all of that stuff because I'm not the guy in charge of that, but it was really cool because they ended up using pretty much all of their attacks and everything a bit earlier yesterday. There's 2 days, of course, to do the war, so it was Friday and Saturday. So by like pretty much midday Saturday, they had already sent basically all of their attacks in. They were at 8,100, which is right there, close to 9K. From my impression of what I've heard from the other guildmates and everything like that, 9K is pretty hard to get, especially if you're going up against another really good guild. Because obviously the goal is you have 4 attacking teams, and everybody has 5 defending teams, and some defending teams are obviously easier than others. But to be able to 9K a guild that's like actually really well put together is incredibly rare nowadays. So I think we like barely squeaked by and were able to take all of their towers, which was really lucky. We didn't finish until, like I said, right around like 1:30 a.m. And at reset is when it ends, so at 3 o'clock for me. So we were an hour and a half before it was over, and they've said that they've had even closer wars than that. But it was just really cool to see. Other than the middle guild that we went up against not participating really, which honestly it was kind of a nice break because, like I said, if we go over here and look at the... is it even going to show that screen again? I don't know that it's going to. So if we go to Champ... or Masters 1, right? Yeah. Okay, so SSQ was definitely the big contender here. They had 2 wins, and then we were also at 2 wins whenever we fought them. I don't really remember the Lone Star War all that much because that was our first war, if I'm not mistaken. I do have the video footage of me doing my attacks and everything on that war, but I think it was pretty standard as far as I know. It wasn't like super like overly sweaty or anything. But then, like I said, the Russian guild, I don't know how to say that name, unfortunately, but they seem to be more of like a guild boss focused guild, which is completely fair. I mean, I guess, if you do well enough in guild boss and you get placed into guild wars anyway, I think they still get the rewards whether they won or not. So I guess if we look at Masters League, like, yeah, they still got 70 diamonds. and just didn't have to do anything, which is honestly a pretty sweet gig. Like if you already like those like point-based game modes like Guild War, Guild Boss, like Final Boss, stuff like that. I personally don't really like those modes, but I guess if you try hard enough in those and you get placed high enough in Guild Wars, then yeah, you're basically just getting free rewards for the season, and you don't even have to do anything with it, which is honestly, that's awesome. I would have liked to have maybe seen them, do some stuff, but it is what it is. I got pretty easy just clears on that one. The Sins team and the Human team were absolutely insane. I think during the footage that I've gotten of the Russian war, just because it was like they didn't put buffs on or anything like that for their defending teams or anything like that. My Sins team with Escanor was able to one team the whole tower. Escanor was a menace this time around, of course, with him being like the newest festival character and everything. And it was actually really fun. We used him on defense for the SSQ war, so we actually didn't have him attacking, which was I thought it was actually really, really cool, because even though I guess it could have been like a gamble kind of thing, because like if everybody doesn't have at least a 2/6 Escanor, he's not going to do any damage whenever they kill him off or anything like that. And ideally, in the perfect world, in Guild Wars, they're doing the same thing that people are doing in Heroes Arena, where you can get a team really low and then just kind of stall indefinitely if you can until they get like an ultimate or something. Then you have to kill if you can't like stop it, just to make sure that you're life stealing as much as possible. But yeah, running Escanor on defense was really, really cool in my opinion. I thought that was a kind of a nice touch. The SSQ war, they were actually running Percival, which I thought was cool. I was a little bummed that we didn't get to use Percival, but obviously that's not my forte. I don't know anything about putting Guild Wars like teams together and everything for a war, but it was super cool. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was down to the wire, and I just had a good time. I know some of you guys can't really relate, and I don't know that I'll make a video on every single war that I do, but this one was super enjoyable. And first war with 7 Kings, so that's really, really cool as well. Let's look at this Merlin costume really quick. This is my first ever Guild Wars costume, so it looks like it does only go for the festival characters. And the unfortunate part is that Merlin is, at least she's used, but she is unfortunately a a backliner. So, and I gotta say, hate the shorts. The shorts are terrible. Those shorts are not it. So, absolutely hate that. But it is what it is, I guess. I'll take it. It's a privilege and an honor just to be able to get access to the costume in the first place. So I'll definitely take what I can get here. We get the cool little cut-in screen. Honestly, the cut-in is cooler than the costume, in my opinion. But they all have this sort of cool little like glittery, sort of light-looking scarf thing on them, like the fur part. Very, very cool. I actually kind of like the boots for him as well. I actually kind of like her boots. But yeah, she's got the 2 little wing things coming off of it, like little scarf looking things. Like it a lot, actually. And then the small Merlin also gets it. I don't ever use this Merlin, and I know that if I put this on, it's going to default back to, like, I think it's the default costume. So like I said, don't use this character for anything nowadays, not even Grey Demon. So I'm probably just not going to equip this one. But the cut-in looks alright. It's nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna... I use the Sins team from time to time. I'm not a big fan of the Sins team with how overused it is currently, but I do think that it is a cool costume. Maybe whenever I do use the Sins team a little bit more often, they'll kill my frontliners or something, and I'll get to see her come down out of the back. But if Deanne is the next one, and we do end up winning like the next war or something like that, getting pushed up, could be really cool to maybe try to use the Deanne one whenever that comes around. But I think there's only one war every month, and it's like roughly like a 2-week-ish period for the 3 wars that you participate in. So maybe next month, whenever we participate in, I think it would be what, Challenger 4. I don't know 100% how this works, but because we were in Masters 1, I would assume. Oh, it's Champion 2. We would push into that. So could be kind of cool. So either way, that's pretty much it from me. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. I guess it is more of a me experience kind of thing. More than anything, but I do appreciate you guys watching nonetheless. So yeah, if you guys are participating in Guild Wars or anything like that, hopefully you guys had a good war, or at the very least, hopefully you got some good rewards out of it or anything like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.